What's going on, guys? It is Alistair here with another video, and today we have hit $1 trillion market cap in the Bitcoin space. Now, as you guys can see, the market cap at $1 trillion, I'm going at this point insane. So, trying to keep myself leveled here to give you guys the truth of the way it's going. I'm going to be talking about Bitcoin today for this early morning podcast, and I am going to also be giving you guys a little bit of insight into what is going to be happening in the very near future, especially with these three in particular: Bitcoin, Ethereum, and USDT. So, if you guys are watching on YouTube, I will be giving you guys my face very, very soon, for you guys who don't know what I actually look like. And for you who are listening on podcast, subscribe to this podcast, and I will be filling you in with the news that actually moves the market and the news that actually counts every single day. I'm not going to be filling your head up with garbage. I am going to give you the 10 years of experience that I've been now in the space, and I'm going to be giving it to you guys real. So if you are on YouTube and you're watching the video right now as well, hit subscribe, hit the like, give this to more people, and yeah, it's time sensitive, so very important. Now, the obvious. We're going into psychological levels here with Bitcoin in general. We're going to see this Bitcoin hit around about 42,000. There's actually a charts that I'll be giving you guys in the very near future. Just for now, I'm trying to get everything sorted and still putting out content every single day with the other channel, and also still looking at different types of trades that I need to be making in the long term and also short term for you guys and girls out there. So we're going to be hitting over $40,000. So if you guys want to sell here, and this is where you feel it's going to go in the near short term, you want to buy in lower, 40,000 to 42,000 is a very good place to sell. You can sell around there. And for Ethereum, at some point in the next few months, most probably actually in the next few weeks, to be honest, it's going to hit over its all-time high. And I was invested in that for that bull run in 2016, if I remember, or 20. Guessing this is the average since we're on the Ethereum charts for Marketcap, so it must be averaging out. This is going to around about $2,500. Now, there's a lot of speculation about this, but I can tell you guys, if we're looking at news in general, because the news is what moves the market, let's be real. The news that's happening right now for it is that it's going to be releasing a different part. I think it's like optimism or something like along those lines. But all you guys and girls need to know is it's going to be hitting past $2,000 towards $2,500. If you guys want to get in, you can get in. And in the very near future, once again, I'm going to be releasing, actually doing something proper, like making sure that everything is in order. I'm doing this off the cuff right now because it's an early morning podcast. A majority of you guys want this information as soon as possible, and you guys want to know where your hard-earned money is going. Now, this is the most important one that I want to talk about today. Tether, right? So, USDT, that is backed by US dollars. Now, I am going to give you guys something huge. Please take this to heart. Please take this into consideration and literally grab a piece of paper and pen or write it in your notes and make sure you follow through with this. The dollar, the US dollar, is losing value a lot, right? And it's pegged to all the other world currencies. Now, you guys know the whole global pandemic and the whole globalization of what Bitcoin does for the market. It globalizes currency to the point where these become unneeded for the most part. So what you guys got to understand here, though, is when the USDT starts to fall, Bitcoin usually goes parabolic, as in it goes further than it already is. So we could see this in the very close future actually hitting around 50k. And 50k being the psychological level. I'll be showing you guys the charts and what everything, the Fibonacci is going, and at the 618 level, etc. in the very near future. Once again, this is just getting you guys up to speed with what's happening. So how do you play this? How do you play this in the best way possible? You've got to come out of tether. And I know this sounds really stupid because a lot of people are in USDT tether. But the issue is, a lot of you who are trading in USD are going to be suffering. You are literally going to be suffering, especially in the next few months, because the printing of money over time with the inflation, as well as just having more money in circulation, it loses its value. So you guys need to, as much as possible, try to come into something else. Now, what are your options? The first option here is, well, going from USDT to the euro. And I would actually suggest that that's the best possible solution, since a lot of the main markets actually have the GBP as a possible use case for their markets. You can actually be doing it in pounds if you choose to. But that means that all of these levels, all of these prices are going to change, right? So it's your call at the end of the day. This is not financial advice, obviously. Consult a financial advisor if you feel the need to. But make your own decisions, right? I should not be responsible for what you guys choose to do with your money, but I'm giving you guys advice from the past 10 years to help you make those decisions. So if the tether is losing money and Bitcoin's going up parabolically, the next thing you can do is just stay in Bitcoin with your trades. That's actually what I've been doing for the past few weeks now, and it's working out really, really well. Now, what's the downside of this? If you guys are starting right now, it's a very difficult thing. You'll find that you might make mistakes on your keyboard, and you might buy at levels that you cannot comprehend, i.e. losing money. You don't want to do this, so you need to be a person who is really careful when you put in sells and buys with anything you do. So if I was to give you guys an example here, it would be just looking on Binance, for example, just going onto the markets and trying to sell something. We'll just put BTC being the simplest one we can do. You guys need to note that it is going to be annoying for a majority of yous, especially if you do make that kind of mistake. I can tell you guys, back in 2014, if I remember correctly, 2014, I made that mistake. And what you guys will notice is, like, in the order books, like you guys are seeing here, it's very easy to kind of make the mistake of typing in an amount of BTC that's like 0.00005678, and instead typing in maybe 1 0 less than what it's currently going for. Now, this is just an example with BTC, but it's very easy to make that mistake, especially if you're going in percentages of, instead of having one whole Bitcoin, for example. So you guys really need to watch out. You really need to. There have been measurements, kind of rules put in place that actually limit you going too far, but you can still lose up to the 1 decimal place on some exchanges. So it's a really, really important thing that you guys learn how Bitcoin works, learn how to do percentages in BTC, and make that part of how you learn in general, because it's going to absolutely revolutionize your trading. If you're trading, if you're going long term as well, you got to make sure that you know how to sell properly, right? You can't just be like 1 BTC and just sell 1 BTC. Sometimes sometimes the market doesn't work that way. Sometimes you've got to do more, and majority of the time you actually need to do more, like you guys can see in these percentages. So it's really important for you guys and girls to understand that, right? So that is your second option. Your second option is to go into that. And your third option, and one that I actually really, really, really suggest you guys do, is to go into a DAI type of coin, a type of stable coin, right? And most of the stable coins that you can see if I'm right. It's probably, yeah. So DAI is a type of stablecoin that's more decentralized, right? It's DeFi, decentralized finance coin. I believe, all in all, that if more people use this, and look, market cap's gone up. Yeah, good stuff. So the more people use this, the less volatility you will actually have with what's going on in the markets right now. And I can tell you guys, you have not seen how bad things can get. Trust me, things can get so much worse. And I can just point in the direction of 2016, 2017, when they had the whole Tether scandal, and there were scandals in different exchanges where they were doing audits on to see if there was backed Tether, if Tether was backed by something, and for some exchanges they couldn't actually come up with the billions of dollars in US dollars that was actually backed by the Tether that they were selling. So they were pretty much doing something illegal and profiting off people getting the US Tether without actually having it be backed by anything. Which means if the US dollar decides to take a dip, then the Tether would be affected a hell of a lot more because there's nothing backing it. And if you were to try to maybe take out millions of dollars, for example, they don't have it in their bank accounts. So you don't actually have the ability to get that much money out. And that FUD affected Tether in a very, very big way. It dropped dramatically. And that's not good. That's really not good. What you want is a stable coin that is going to be stable. That is going to be at the dollar mark, right? And with inflation, like I said, the USDT is worth less. Okay, so you guys need to find an alternative out of those three things. Those are the best options for you. I would say stay with Bitcoin for the most part, especially when it's bullish. So what it'll actually do is help you to learn how to trade the markets properly. So you can be profitable trading BTC to maybe DAI coin or to USDT and then coming back in at a lower point. So you can use it to your advantage to actually trade to make sure the volatility of BTC going up and going down works in your favor. And like I said, I gave you guys the levels. It's around about $43,000 at the next level. So be looking out for that and try to do under. Remember, people who get greedy, pigs that get greedy get slaughtered. So don't forget that when I'm saying that. All right. There's going to be a sticking level around 40,000, as I said as well, because we're human. It's a psychological level. Not only that, there's going to be a sticking level of Ethereum around about $2,000 as well. All right. Or even near its last all-time high, which they're saying is 1.4, but I'm sure 100% that it's higher. And the reason I know is because I was in Ethereum. I was in Ethereum. I actually just cashed out because it's going to retrace a bit unless the news takes off. And yeah, I believe that it's going to retrace a bit before it does another level up. Probably retrace to about the $850 level or so, and then it's going to go parabolic again. That is what I see happening. Okay, so if you guys are loving this content, please hit the thumbs up if you're on YouTube. If you're on the podcast sector, then please hit whatever it is, the heart, the thumbs up, etc. That helps this content get out there to other people. And I want to be one of the big players in the space for the reason that when you're one of the big players in the space, it's very easy to keep people in line, right? Because I've seen a lot of bullshit in the past few years. And I've been there, done that in most sectors of health, wealth, love, and happiness. So for the most part, I'm ready to take on that kind of responsibility. Keeping the smaller YouTubers in line in the future and just making sure that they don't do scammy things that affect you guys in the very near future. If we want Bitcoin to really take over as the new global currency, that can only be achieved if there's no scammy bullshit that people have to, deal with. So the more followers I have, the more I can kind of stop that kind of spammy crap that people are doing on Twitter from happening. Alright, so if you guys like that, if you guys are like, yeah, we need that, right? Subscribe to the channel. It means a lot to me. And again, I will be unveiling my face very, very soon. For a lot of you who are wondering, like, who was this person behind it? You guys can just check out my other channel if you guys don't want to wait as well. It's on YouTube. And that is pretty much it for this morning podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will catch you guys for the next one. Peace.